Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is a session about the Geographical Information System. In this session, we started two types of data model, vector and raster models. Before we start with the data models, we give a brief information about vector and data and raster model data. In geographical database is different from the traditional database, which contain only information. A geographical database is a database that in some way references to location on the earth. This means the location of the earth or the map in the earth, which represent two types of information: arc, which represent graphics, and information represent information of this graph. Coupled with the data is usually known as attribute data. We mean by attribute data the data that which can be tabulated or stored in a database. Attribute data generally defined as additional information which can then be tied to spatial data. Now we come to the first model or data model, which is called vector data map or vector data model. Vector data is split into three types. That means the data type of vectors can be classified into polygons, lines, or polylines, and points. Each of these data types represents some surfaces or some information in the map. Polygons are used to represent area, such as boundary of city on a large scale map, or represent the lake and forest. Also can be represent of the building. This map is an example of polygon data, which is represented with different colors, ranging from 1 to 8. Each color represents different polygons with different shape. Also, the second map here displays the lines and polylines of this map and some points which represent like well and sometimes city. This line connected the points, so we can make polygons from points and then connect this point to lines, and we get some polygon. All these three data types are used in vector data models. The data models is represent the surface of the earth by using kin model. Kin model is abbreviated for triangulated irregular models, which are considered as some triangles in different shapes and in a shape of network. Irregular because the surface on the reality is not the same. Some surface you find high like mountains or low like the lake, and this model used to represent surface of vector data models. We go to the next type of the data model, which is called raster data model. Rasters means that we use data as a grid data. This data measured by the pixel unit. Raster data represents for four type of features of surface. That raster data is a cell-based, and this data category also include aerials and satellite imagery. It means we're using satellite like the sun, like Landsat, which is this satellite is used for the Earth's locations. There are two types of raster data. As we know in the previous models, we have three types of vector models. In the raster models, there are two types, continuous and discrete. An example of a discrete raster data is a population density. It means the density of population and distributes this population according to the area in the map. Here is some examples of raster data. This raster data represents the elevation in meters. We start from 0 to 205 or 5 is an elevation using in pixel. And also the other colors starting from 206 up to 346. The third elevation starts from 347 up to 436. The fifth elevation starts from 437 up to 559, and the last elevation starts from 560 up to 777. These examples of symmetric raster data sheet is called digital elevation model. DEM model is abbreviation of digital elevation model used to find the elevations in the map of the raster. Each cell presents a 300 meter pixel size, which is an elevation value assigned to the cell. Also, the area known as topographic weather sheet in California and give the view and understand of topography of the region. Each cell contains one value representing the dominant value of that cell. Raster dataset are intrinsic into most spatial analysis, and this spatial analysis we come across the next lecture about the spatial analysis. Data analysis such as extracting slope and specific an aspect from the digital elevation model occur with the raster dataset. Spatial hydraulic modeling such as extracting watershed and flow line also use raster-based system. Spectrum data presents areas or satellite imagery, which is then often used to derive vegetations, geologic information by classifying the spectra signatures of each type of features. This map, the last slide, show the spectra of different areas of the map. Thank you for this session.